Right, we've already looked at the general binomial expansion of 1 plus bx to the power of n, but the formula that you were introduced to only works when the number at the front of the bracket is 1. So what we're about to do is go through an example of the general binomial expansion where the number at the front of the bracket isn't 1, where it's a general number. Let's call it a. So here's such an example. Expand 3 plus 2x all to the power of minus 1. So the binomial formula in your formula sheet that you're presented with only works when this first number here is 1. Well, it's not currently, as you can see. Obviously, it's 3. But we can manufacture a situation where we turn that number into 1 simply by standard factorization. So if we take out a factor of 3, and I'm about to do this incorrectly at first, if we take out a factor of 3 from the bracket, that becomes 1 plus 2/3 x to the power of minus 1. But as I said, I did that incorrectly because when that 3 comes out the bracket, when it's inside the bracket, it's to the power of minus 1. That whole bracket, everything in it is to the power of minus 1. So when I take out that 3 as a factor, with it comes the power of minus 1. And that power of minus 1 that it takes from there is a really, really important point that students forget all the time. So we're almost ready to expand. So 3 to the power of minus 1 is 1/3. And that becomes 1 plus 2/3 of x to the power of minus 1. And now we have a bracket like we're used to expanding where the first number is 1. So let's go for it. Let's get it done. So equals 1/3. Then we've got 1 plus n, then the x term, which is 2/3 x, plus n minus 1, the x term squared, over 2 factorial, plus n minus 1, n minus 2, x term cubed, all divided by 3 factorial. And we only wanted up to and including the term in x cubed as per the question there. So let's go ahead and simplify that now. So equals 1/3. And I keep writing the third on every line so as not to forget to multiply everything by 1/3. So 1, easy to do in our heads, minus 1 times 2/3 x is minus 2/3 x. Getting a bit more complicated now. So as I presented in the original general binomial expansion of 1 plus bx, what I like to do is count the minus signs first of all to decide whether it's a positive or negative. So I can say there's 2 negative signs. So that makes it a plus. And in the calculator, I'm just going to blindly type stuff in now. So I've dealt with a sign, so I'm not going to put the minus in there. I've deduced that it's going to be a positive. So 1 times 2 times, then we've got 2/3 squared, then divided by 2 factorial, which I think is the quickest way, as I said before, the quickest way to type it in, 4/9 x squared. Then count the minus signs. I can see there I've got 1, 2, 3 minus signs. 3 minus signs make a minus, and then again just type it blindly into the calculator so I can modify what I've got. 1 times 2 times 3 times 2/3 cubed divided by 3 factorial, 8/27. So 8/27 x cubed. Almost there. Then expand this bracket, equals 1/3 minus 2/9 x plus 4/27 x squared, and 3 times 27 is 81. So minus 8/81 x cubed, and we've expanded it. So the key point, when we're presented with an expansion where the first number isn't 1, make the first number 1 by taking out a factor. But you must remember to bring the power with it. So let's look through a slightly more complicated example now. And here it is, another slightly more applied question now. So at any point, if you want to pause the video, go for it and see if you can do this one yourself. Otherwise, I'll run through it. So it says, using the binomial expansion in ascending powers of x, expand 4 plus 9x to the minus a half up to and including the term in x squared. So given the work that you've already done, I'm pretty sure you can do that. So if you want to pause the video or skip ahead to where I've done this, feel free, but I'm just going to get on with it now. So part A. So I can see that the first number isn't 1, so the formula doesn't apply. So I need to make it apply by taking out a factor of 4. But with it, the 4 brings that power of minus a half. And we get 9/4 x now as the x term, still to the power of minus a half. And 4 to the minus a half, either type in the calculator, or you know the root of 4, 4 to the half is 2. So it's the reciprocal of that, so we get a half at the front of the bracket. A half, 1 plus 9/4 to the power of minus a half. And we only have to expand up to and including x squared. So let's do that. Let's expand it. Equals a half of, then we've got 1 plus n, forgot to write the x there, do that now. So 1 plus n, then the x term, 9/4x plus n minus 1, x term squared over 2 factorial, and that's where we can stop. That's as far as the question required us to go. Equals, so 1/2 of 1, and that's easily doable in our head. We've got 9/8, so minus 9/8x. And what I like to do, as you know, is count the minus signs, 1, 2, which makes it a plus, and then just type in the calculator. So 1/2 is 0.5 times 3/2, which is 1.5, times 9/4. Not going to try and do that in my head, but we need to square it. So 9/4 squared divided by 2 factorial equals 243/128 x squared, and then multiplied by the half, we get 1/2 minus 9/16 x plus and double 128 is 256, so we get 243/256 x squared, and there is the expansion done. So part B, state the values for which your expansion in part A is valid. Well, it's valid when mod of 9x is less than modulus of 4, i.e. when the modulus of x is less than 4/9. So that expansion is only valid. We can only sub in values of x strictly between minus 4/9 and 4/9. Then part C, use your expansion and an appropriate substitution to evaluate the value of square root of 3.1. So we've got to look at our original expression here and think what x value can we sub in to make 3.1 appear inside the bracket. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write 4 plus 9x to the minus a half, but in a different form just to put some perspective on this. So actually that means the reciprocal of, that's a negative power, the square root of 4 plus 9x. So what can I sub in to make 3.1 appear in the bracket? Well, just as a little bit of a sideshow, that's what exactly what I'm going to find out. So what do I need to sub in? So 4 plus 9x equals 3.1. Well, that means that 9x equals minus 0.9, which means that x equals minus 0.1. I can sub minus 0.1 in there to get 3.1 in the bracket. So if I've just worked out, if I sub x equals minus 0.1 in there, I get 1 over the root of 3.1. So let's do that. So let x equal minus 0.1, which means that 1 over root of 3.1 equals And let's sub it into our expansion. If you want to pause and sub it into the expansion yourself and try and get the answer, please do. So equals 1/2 minus 9/16 of minus 0.1 plus 243 over 256 of minus 0.1 squared. And equals, well, 1/2 minus 9/16 of minus 0.1 plus 243 over 256 of minus 0.1 squared equals 0.5657. $421,875. So we've got 1 over root of 3.1. 1 over root 3.1 equals that, which means the root of 3.1 is approximately equal to the reciprocal of that, which is 1.7676. And notice in the question there was no degree of precision given for the answer. It didn't ask for a certain number of significant figures. So I decided to do 5 significant figures. Basically, as a rule, you should aim to do 3 or more to get the marks. But I always like to do more than that unless the question specifies otherwise, or unless the front of the paper specifies otherwise. So 4 or more, I reckon, is your best and safest bet. And that really is it. So all I can advise you to do now is go and have a look at the questions. Full work solutions provided also. And just practice to your heart's content. Make sure that you absolutely nail this. Because it's not the most difficult of maths, just subbing things into a formula. But you've got to concentrate on speed and accuracy. And that can be a real problem. So practice this to death until it basically can't go wrong. So, over to you.